I'm feeling really good. The COVID symptoms are, it feels like they're not really even around anymore, which is great. So another way to help with happiness is by keeping your immunity really strong, and meditation is very good for that. So let's increase our happiness, and let's do a quick meditation here. So close your eyes. Feel yourself in your space right now. How are you feeling? Take a big breath in and a calming breath out. Again, take a big breath in and a calming breath out. Again, big breath in and calming breath out. And I just want you to just start to smile. Just start to smile. How does it feel to just smile in this moment? And just think about the last time that you authentically laughed or smiled. When is the last time that you authentically laughed or smiled? Laughter is a nectar of the soul. And when we laugh, we release endorphins that help our body calm down. And it also helps reduce stress. So there's actually meditations to laugh, right? Like there's laughing meditations, things like that. Maybe we'll do that another time. But today we're just going to focus on increasing happiness. But I just want to make a plug about laughter, that it's really important to laugh. So I hope you're laughing at some point, either about yourself today or about someone else. Okay, so continue to just breathe and think about something that makes you feel really grateful and really happy. And maybe that thing that you're thinking about that makes you feel grateful or happy also brings a smile to your face. And allow your body to take in that energy of being happy and content, and allow your whole body to relax as a result of that. Your shoulders relax, and your abdomen, your stomach, and your thighs, and your knees, and your feet. Your whole body just completely relaxes. I want you to think about something you're grateful for right now, and just say to yourself, I am grateful for fill in the blank. I am grateful to what? I am grateful for what? I am grateful for what? Attitude of gratitude. So the more that you're grateful, the more that you're going to achieve that contented happiness. Happiness is not achieved through material things. If you even listen to people who have a lot of fame and fortune or whatever, it may make things easier, right? More comfortable sometimes. Of course, having your basic needs is really important. You need food, you need like the basics. But after the basics, you don't, what do you really need, right? You need that soul, something to fill your soul. So that's what we're doing here, is the gratitude. That you cannot put a price tag on being content and happy without material things, and when you have most basic needs are met. And one of the ways to do that is by continually to be grateful. So in your mind right now, I want you to create a gratitude list in your head. 10 things that you're grateful for. Okay. So right now I want you to focus on that. So what are you grateful for? And now, if you've completed 10 things that you're grateful for, I want you now to go back and think about 10 more. Yes, 10 more things that you're grateful for. So for me, for example, I'm grateful for that there's food in my fridge, that I have clothing I can wear, that I have shoes that I can put on my feet, that I have blankets to cover me at night. I mean, these are things that we just take for granted, right? Blankets to cover you at night. Some people don't have blankets to cover them at night, or they don't have a bed, right? So just the simplicity of that, right? I'm grateful for those things. And you know when something disrupts your contented peace, right? Disrupts your happiness. So when things start to disrupt your happiness, anxiety, stress, fear, I want you to take yourself out of the moment and say to yourself, is this right now? Or is this in the future? Or is this in the past? So usually what disrupts our serenity is actually not something in the present moment. It's something that we're forecasting or that's intangible, like some sort of stress, money stress, or something that's not even tangible in the moment, and we can take ourselves out of it. Or a resentment that we have, like for some reason I have something in my house that reminds me of someone that I have resentment towards, and that can actually take me out of my own peaceful happiness. So I actually have to, in that moment, pray for them, for their happiness and their contentment, right? So if you have someone in your life that causes you any strife or any anxiety or resentment or anger, something that disrupts your, imagine you have like this amazing fortress around you of light, and you are just incredibly effervescent, and you're just illuminating this shining light wherever you go, right? Each one of you, right? In this room right now, I see you guys, you are emanating it, right? Your third eye, your crown, your whole body, you're emanating this incredible light. But there's something out there for each one of you that causes an emotional upset or causes you to have some sort of disruption in your happiness, right? There's got to be something. So for each of you, I challenge you to, in that moment, when that starts to rise up, to see yourself at it, like get yourself out of that drama of it and step out of it. So that's the first step. And then the other step is, if it is actually a person, a thing, a person, to pray for that person, pray for their happiness. So there's a couple of people in my life who I have intense resentment towards, but I cannot let it affect my internal peace and my internal happiness. So I pray for them. So if you have someone in your life that you have some resentment towards, or who disrupts your inner peace, I want you to, right in this moment, wish them well. Wish them well, like sincerely pray for their peace and happiness. Send them some good vibes, like you love them, give them a hug. Today is National Hugging Day. I didn't even know that, right? So give them a virtual visual hug in your mind, because usually it's just like, if we're hurt by somebody, it's usually they're hurt themselves. They're hurting themselves, really, right? So we just give them some love because they're suffering. And how does it feel for you to love that person, even though they may have hurt you? You feel like your heart hurts. It hurts a little bit because you feel sad. You feel sad that you want a relationship with them, but they may not be able to give that to you because of their own defects in character, right? But you can still love them and pray for them so they don't affect your beautiful vortex of light and your beautiful vortex of energy, right? And we're going to do a few affirmations before we end today. I am happy, joyous, and free. I am happy, joyous, and free. So you can either say this out loud to yourself, or you can say that in your mind's eye. You don't have to say it if you don't want to say it out loud, but say it in your mind's eye. I will not let anything disrupt my internal happiness. I will not let anything disrupt my internal happiness. I am at peace and at one with myself and the world. I am at peace and at one with myself and the world. Happiness is a byproduct of living the right way. It's not a material, it's not material. Happiness is a byproduct of living the right way. It is not material. You cannot put any price tag on happiness. You cannot put a price tag on happiness. Happiness is a spiritual journey. Happiness is a spiritual journey. I can be happy anytime, any place. I'm not a product of my external circumstances. I can be happy anytime, any place. I am not a product of my external circumstances. External circumstances do not dictate my happiness. External circumstances do not dictate my internal happiness. I am peaceful and grounded and joyful everywhere I go. I am peaceful, happy, and joyful. Oops, I messed that up. I am peaceful, happy, and joyful everywhere I go. I am peaceful, happy, and joyful everywhere I go. Others look at me as a source of happiness. Others look at me as a source of happiness. My light fills others. My light fills others. Okay, and we're going to open up our eyes because it's getting crazy here at my house. But okay. So I hope this helped today with increasing some happiness for you for your weekend. And I wanted to remind you guys that you guys, when anything comes into your vortex of disrupting your serenity, you have the power to just, I know it's a practice. It's not always easy, right? It's not always easy.